Welcome back, Truth Seeker. It's December 4th, 2017. It is the 48-year anniversary of the murder of Fred Hampton by the FBI in Chicago, Illinois. If you don't know the story, Fred Hampton, who was 21 years old at the time, a young leader for the Black Panther Party, reportedly the FBI raided his home in the middle of the night and shot him to death in his bed. What's really interesting about his death is it's the day Jay-Z, the rapper, was born. And I'm going to show you what's so interesting about the two men, Fred Hampton and Jay-Z, especially in light of the death of Notorious BIG. So notice Fred Hampton's birthday was August 30th, 1948, and he died December 4th. That means he died on his 97th day of being 21 years old. And in the language of gematria, death equals 97. On this same day, Jay-Z was born, who was born Sean Carter, 97. And in 97 was the year Jay-Z broke out. He was pretty much a no-name to anybody outside of New York before the death of Notorious B.I.G. in 1997, and no one benefited more from Notorious B.I.G.'s death than Jay-Z. Notice that Notorious equals 97. Tupac, who had died about a half year earlier, had the well-remembered song Hit 'Em Up, which served as a threat to Notorious B.I.G. and a number of other rappers, including Prodigy, who in the song he calls out Prodigy for having sickle cell, and then Prodigy goes on to die on Sickle Cell Awareness Day decades later in Las Vegas, the same place Tupac died. But notice Hit 'Em Up is 97, just like Notorious, just like Death, just like Carter. Jay-Z's record label, which he established, Rockefeller Records, also has this gematria of 97. And notice the 74 as well. Notorious died a span of 74 days from his birthday. The word killing equals 74. A lot of rappers die by the number 74, rapper 74. They say that Notorious B.I.G.'s killer was wearing a bow tie. And that's common for Freemasons, especially Prince Hall Freemasons, which Jay-Z is. Masonic 74. Used to have an older video. You can still go to my blog and look. Jay-Z in the Masonic Lodge, wearing his bow tie. All of this stuff is very ritualistic. It's not coincidental that Jay-Z was born on the same day that Fred Hampton died. Somehow this is all part of some sick, twisted ritual. And speaking of rituals, December 4th, the date of his death, that's the day that leaves 27 days left in the year. I'm sure you've heard of the 27 Club before. This day in history, in 2007, so now 10 years ago today, the rapper Pimp died. That was the 38-year anniversary of the death of Fred Hampton. Also, Jay-Z's 38th birthday. And consider Jay-Z had collaborated with this rapper Pimp C, part of UGK. Rapper 38, Pimp C dead on Jay-Z's 38th birthday, the ritual day. The word death also equals 38, the word murder 38, the word killing 38. I want to show you some more things about the name Fred Hampton in light of his story of being killed by the FBI. Fred equals 21, like his age of death, also 33. Hampton equals 33. Notice the 30 and 102. I can't say this word anymore, or YouTube will censor my channel, but it's the word that goes Nigger. We just saw Tiger make his return to golf on November 30th, 30 days before his 42nd birthday on December 30th. You see this? 30, 42. Notice 30 and 102. You see that? The Civil War began on the 102nd day of the year. It ended on May 9th, 5-9, Slave 59, Tiger 59, Woods 59, Negro 59, Ali 59. He said he got rid of Cassius Clay because it was his slave name. Lo and behold, the name he took on at age 22, Ali, equals 59. Slave name equals 52. He was Muhammad Ali for 52 years before his death at age 74, which I called years before it happened, Muhammad 74. So, coming back to Fred Hampton, with regards to the 102 and him being killed by the FBI, there's another layer to this. Think about the police, which target black males. The FBI are the federal police. Police also has this gematria of 102. And I want you to see what FBI is in Sumerian gematria. I bet you can guess. It's 102. And what I used to ask when I was a teenager and I first learned about this is I said, why does this story even exist? I mean, the government doesn't admit its wrongdoing. How many people have been murdered by the government and nobody ever hears the light of day? Because, you know, over the years, the news media has talked about this death. PBS will run specials on it, the murder of Fred Hampton by the FBI. And, you know, I used to just say, like, how come this story exists? Why don't they tell us about more people the FBI murdered? Because surely they haven't just murdered Fred Hampton. Our government are paid for killers. You know, we live in a giant military police state. This nation came to being on the back of genocide, bloodshed. Illegal wars still wage. Bombs get dropped on innocent people every day. It's where we live. So why does this story exist? You know, I think the reason they put out some information is just to provoke people. Because this story will provoke people. You know, how many young black men have learned about this story and then said, F the police, you know, and then, you know, out of the anger that's built up inside of them because of that story and a number of other things, maybe have acted out against the police, and now they're incarcerated and part of the prison industrial complex. I think that's the real reason they put this story out. You know, just to, almost as a form of bait. And with regards to him being killed at 21, that's also one of the numbers that sums back to 42 as well as 102. You know, see the layers on this? And then there's the other thing. There's the term Black Panther. Black Panther equals 213. Black History Month, 213. Racism in Jewish gematria, 213. Again, LeBron James, the big story before the NBA Finals began on June 1st, the day leaving 213 days left in the year. In his home, in the 213 area code, the NBA Finals equals 213. The NBA Finals began last year on the day, again, leaving 213 days left in the year. And it was LeBron James' 213th career playoff game. Game 1 of the Finals. We got the story about his home in the 213 getting spray painted with the word Nigger. And let's notice the gematria of LeBron James, 42, you know, who became the first player to go to 6 straight finals since Bill Russell, 42, you know, in the legacy of Jackie, who wore 42. So what I'm trying to communicate is everything about history that's given to us is given to us for a reason. And they wanted the people of the world to know about the story of Fred Hampton. I guess part of the other side of that story is, well, the FBI, did they ever get held accountable for murdering this man in cold blood in his sleep? Not really. I mean, they're still operating. They're still the terrorist organization they always have been. So I think it's also part of it, putting it out there and then saying, but see, what are you going to do about it? We'll murder you in your sleep. We'll still be here tomorrow. The other thing is the Black Panther Party, which is something else I should show you, also equals 74 and 97. You know, that's a big, huge detail in light of him dying on his 97th day. The Black Panther Party, throughout history, a lot of them have been controlled opposition, meaning they're not really fighting the good fight that you think they are. They're working for the government and serving an agenda. It's an old tactic to control your opposition. You know, if you realize that you're screwing over a group of people, you know that eventually that group of people is going to fight back. So the best way to stop that is to control that opposition. So you start the opposition, and then you have the people who run it actually work for you, with the plan of never achieving the mission. So, you know, the mission for the Black Panther Party would have been to get justice for black people, or to stop this government and this cruel police force that's targeting them as a people. You know, it was never stopped. And the legacy of the Black Panther Party, it's a legacy that has a different meaning to all sorts of different group of people. And ultimately, it probably contributed to creating more division in society. And let's not forget who started the Black Panther Party. It was Huey P. Newton. Huey P. Newton equals 58, just like Freemasonry, 58, just like secret society, 58, just like Oakland where he started it, 58. Remember, the reason I knew what Super Bowl 50 was going to be in October, months before the game was played, with the white Broncos over the Black Panthers, who had Cam Newton as their starting quarterback, Huey P. Newton. The reason I knew that was because of all the race war symbolism in the media at the time. It was very clear what they were coding. It was the easiest it's ever been in the time I've been doing this to read what the championship was going to be. And then the week before the Super Bowl was played, FX released the special about O.J. Simpson, and it began with this white Bronco chase. You know, white Broncos, Black Panthers. So, you know, Huey P. Newton, I know exactly what day he died in history, too. He died August 22nd, death 228, you know, 22/8. The one American with a holiday named after him is Martin Luther King Jr., 228. Think about how February ends on the 28th day, which is the 59th day of the year. Negro 59, Slave 59, Blues 59, Tiger 59, Woods 59. Motown came out in 59 in Detroit, which is on the 42nd parallel. And I want you to look at this word right here. The way it breaks down. N breaks down to 5. N's the 14th letter. 1 plus 4 is 5. I's the 9th. G's the 7th. G's the 7th. E's the 5th. R's the 18th. 1 plus 8 is 9. 5, 9, 7, 7, 5, 9. You know? And with regards to that 77 in the middle, don't forget who the real Jews are. They're the black people of the world. Judaism, but who stole it? The false Jews, the Zionists. Zionist 77. You know? So, I think that's pretty much the extent of it. With regards to Pimp C dying on the anniversary of the death of Fred Hampton, he died again in 2007, the 38-year anniversary, number of death. He died on 12/4/2007. That was a date with numerology of 43. Killing also has that gematria of 43. 38-year anniversary. Rapper 74. Think about Jay-Z releasing that 444 album He released that 158 days from his birthday. And Freemasonry also has that gematria of 158. You know. You could also say that Fred Hampton, again, died 96 days after his birthday. If you don't count the full span, you could say he died 96 days after his birthday. Notorious BIG died 96 days after Jay-Z's 27th birthday. And again, that connects to the word Freemason in ordinal gematria. So, we'll leave it there, truth seeker. Till next time.